Hey, what's up guys, Sir Emanon here, and welcome to another feature match commentary on the channel today. So this is going to be another round 1 feature match from my online Discord tournament. You guys did comment on the previous video that you would like to see multiple matches from the earlier stages of the tournament, so here we are. But this is going to be a match between Rated M for Mara on Evil Twin Eldlich versus DGU Scatty on Dogmatika Nekroz. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So it looks like Dogmatika Nekroz is going to take the RPS win, and they're going to opt to start. Also, if you guys would like to partake in future iterations of the tournament, definitely go ahead and check out the link to the Discord in the description box below as usual. But the opening hand for Dogmatika Nekroz is going to be Manju, Colossus, Ecclesia, Cycle, and Punishment. So I will say I'm not an expert on how this deck functions, but it looks pretty good. Has a starter as well as Ecclesia to potentially follow up. Interesting to see how it's going to be enabled via extra deck monsters, but has definitely a lot of Nekroz moving parts here in this hand for sure. And then the opening hand for Evil Twin Eldlich is going to be Ghost Bell, Conquistador, Ash, White Destiny, and Farid and Droplet. So no Evil Twin cards in this hand, but has 2 hand traps as well. So that's pretty decent. Gonna start with a copy of Manju. That's gonna grab a search for a copy of Unicorn. And it looks like they're actually not typing in chat, and they're just in voice chat instead. But Colossus is gonna be pitched here next. That's gonna grab a copy of Nekroz Kaleidoscope. This is actually kind of like the prototype to the Dogmatika engine, if you think about it, sending from the extra deck to the graveyard directly. But gonna activate Kaleidoscope. That's going to send a copy of Herald of the Arclight to go for a copy of Unicorn. And then Herald of the Arclight gonna search. That's gonna be negated by Ash. And then gonna overlay actually for a copy of Dugaris. And that's going to detach to draw 2 and then pitch the Manju, picking up a Trishula. So that's pretty interesting, getting rid of the Unicorn. I guess it's to turn on Ecclesia, which makes sense if that's the game plan. So we're going to special summon Ecclesia and use her effect to grab Maximus. Alright, so this makes a lot more sense, because that is going to further fuel the engine. Going to banish Herald to summon out the Maximus. And then going to use that effect to send a Titaniclad and Herald of the Arclight. And then it looks like Evil Twin Eldlich is going to send Cerberus and Link Spider, so no insurance package. And then the other Herald of the Arclight is going to search for a copy of the Gungnir. And then from here, you're going to activate Cycle. That's going to be Belled. So that makes sense, actually, because Cycle could bring back the Unicorn, since Ecclesia is also a 4. But the Bell going to put a stop to that. So I think the end board was supposed to be Unicorn, Punishment, and then possibly Fleur-de-Lis with the Titaniclad, which definitely is formidable for sure, with targeting protection as well. And Gungnir as well. But going to set Punishment. Yeah, this actually does stay because it doesn't tribute for cost or anything. And then going to go to the end phase, trigger Titaniclad to grab a copy of Fleur-de-Lis. And gonna pass. Ooh, for turning the top deck is pretty good. That's an Live Twin Alila, which is a solid starter. Gonna normal summon the Lila. That's going to grab a search for Kill. And then on summon, gonna activate Punishment. So that's going to destroy the Lila as well as sending Antis to pop the Kill. And then gonna set White Destiny and Conquistador and Droplet and then pass. Return the top deck is gonna be Kaleidoscope. Oh yeah, right. They can't draw because of Dugaris. I forgot. So yeah, forgot to turn off the auto draw there, but not a big deal. So Maximus is gonna be activated since it wasn't outed previously, and that's gonna send the Underworld Goddess and the Nightmare Griffin. This card's cool because it is a fiend, so it works under the restrictions for Evil Twins. Plus, it works both IP. We're going to send Herald of the Arclight and a Totally Awesome. So Toe going to add back Unicorn, and then the Herald going to add Brionac. And then Brionac going to search a copy of Shirt, and then going to pitch the Unicorn to grab a copy of Cycle. And then going to activate Cycle, that's going to attribute the Shirt, and then summon a copy of Trishula. And then going to use Shirt to add a copy of Trishula, a second copy of Trishula rather. And then gonna special summon Ecclesia and then turn everything to attack position and then go to battle phase. Gonna go for Ecclesia. I would assume Fleur-de-Lis activated there, but we can't know for sure. But Forbidden Droplet gonna be used in any case, and that's gonna send away Conquistador. And I'm not sure what was negated. We will find out eventually. But 1500 taken, so that is not the Ecclesia being negated. Going to attack with the Dugaris for 12, and then the Maximus for 15, and then the Fleur-de-Lis, which I would assume is the one negated. Yeah, for 1250, and 2700 is still game. So that's going to be it for game 1. It looks like they also forgot to make it a match. So we're going to move now into game number 2. But looks like in game 2, Evil Twin Eldlich is going to start things off. If you guys are enjoying this video, definitely be sure to like the video and subscribe if you want more commentary similar to this style. But the opening hand for Evil Twin Eldlich this time around is going to be Forbidden Droplet, Lila, Droll, Evil Twin Challenge, and Solemn Strike. This is an interesting card. It's like a reborn basically, and it has an IP-esque effect. So yeah, this is a pretty good hand. No Eldlich cards this time around though, but pretty solid all around. And then the opening hand for Dogmatika Nekroz is going to be Ghost Bell, Nadir's Servant, Kaleidoscope, Colossus, and Unicorn. This card's good at stopping the Evil Twin Link monsters, which is definitely decent. And the rest of the hand looks pretty solid as well. Going to start out by normal summoning a copy of Lila. That's going to grab Kill. And then going to go into a copy of Evil Twin Kill. That effect is going to be Ghost Belled. And then going to set Challenge, set Strike, and set Droplet, and then pass. For turning the top deck is going to be Prep of Rites. That is very strong. However, Joel is going to put a stop to things for sure. This deck definitely does a lot of searching. Going to activate Kaleidoscope. That's going to send a copy of Herald of the Arclight and then summon Unicorn, which is good because it turns off the Kill since it is a quick effect. I mean, it's not as relevant since the Evil Twin Lila, the one to pop, isn't in graveyard right now, but it's nice to have that turned off. But Herald of the Arclight is going to search for a copy of Gungnir, and then Resolution going to activate Droll. Going to go to battle phase and attack for 1200 damage and clearing the Kill in the process. Going to go to end phase, activate Challenge. That's going to bring back the Kill. And then opts not to link with it and uses the effect instead to grab another copy of Lila from deck. And then going to pass. Ooh, the top deck is going to be Curse Eldon. That is a strong one. So that turns on the other half of the deck. Going to go to main phase, activate Curse Eldon, paying 800 to search for a copy of Golden Lord. And then going to activate Droplet to negate the Unicorn so that the Evil Twin Link monsters are on. And then going to link those away for a copy of Lula. And then use that effect to summon back the Kill. Kill can draw a card as well, draws another copy of Droplet. And then from here, going to send away Curse Eldon to activate Golden Lord effect. And then trigger Curse Eldon to send a copy of Conquistador. And then going to go to battle phase. Lord going to attack. Going to drop Gungnir on attack declaration so it can't be destroyed by battle this turn. Or card effects. But taking 2350. I trust that math is correct. 1150. Yeah, 2350. Main phase 2. Going to link for a copy of Nightmare Unicorn. That's going to shuffle away the Unicorn. And then draw a copy of Scarlet. Not bad. Kill going to bring back the Lila. And then Lila and the Unicorn going to turn into Griffin. I was expecting Unchained Abomination, but this works as well because that gets the Scarlet into the graveyard to set a copy of Droplet and draw a Ghost Spell. So now both the Scarlet and Conquistador are in the graveyard to set up the Eldlich Interruption as well, which is quite nice. Going to banish Scarlet for a copy of Walkero, and then going to end phase Conquistador for the Scarlet. So this can hit Kaleidoscope out of graveyard too, which is pretty good. For turn the top deck is going to be another Nadir's Servant. That is not ideal, but it does play into Ghost Bell pretty well, so we'll see how that interacts. Going to go to main phase, activate Nadir's Servant. That's going to be Belled, so now they can activate another one since Bell negates activations. So yeah, second one's activated. That's going to send Entis, and then grab a Search for Ecclesia. Entis effect is going to be Solemn Strike. We didn't see what was targeted, but regardless, it's going to be negated. And then Preparation of Rites is going to come down next. It's going to search Brionac, and then add back the Kaleidoscope. I pronounce this card differently every time. I don't know if it's Brionac or Brionac. Let me know if you guys have a particular way of pronouncing this card. I didn't play in Nekroz format. But going to go ahead and activate the Brionac to go for Unicorn. And then going to activate Kaleidoscope, going to chain Kill in response. That's going to bring out Lila from graveyard. And then the Kaleidoscope's going to resolve, sending the Herald of the Arclight, and then summoning the Unicorn out of hand. So this now is going to be negated. Or no, it's not negated. Sorry, because it was summoned from graveyard. So yeah, this can actually pop the Unicorn. Yeah, and that's going to do exactly that. Going to grab Trishula off of the Herald of the Arclight. Yeah, so that's in the same chain. and then going to pitch Colossus to add Mirror from deck to hand, and then gonna set Ecclesia, and then pass. Right, because did we normal summon this turn? I don't know if we did. But regardless, oh, actually, maybe it's because they know that the set is Forbidden Droplet, so it'd be negated regardless. But we're going to see end phase, Scarlet going to summon out Golden Lord. And then Walkero is going to be used as well in the end phase. And that's going to hit the Kaleidoscope from Grave. And then going to pass. Returning the top deck is going to be Ash Blossom, which is great in a simplified game state. Going to link away the Walkero for Link Spider. And then link away those 3 monsters for Access Code. And that is going to be the end of game 2 for sure. So now we're going to go into game 3. And it looks like we're going to have Dogmatika Nekroz go first again. And before we get started, just want to quickly shout out my patrons as usual. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. The long form and consistent content is made possible due to you guys. And if you are interested in supporting the Patreon, definitely go ahead and check that out in the description box below. But in game 3, we're going to see Dogmatika Nekroz go first. And their opener is Trishula, Shirt, Kaleidoscope, Colossus, and Ghost Spell. So the hand doesn't look amazing, but it has Kaleidoscope, which seems alright. But it has to exactly equal, so you can't send a Herald to the Arclight here. I'm interested to see what this hand achieves, because I frankly do not know. But the opening hand for Evil Twin Eldlich is going to be Secret Password, which is like a Rhoda for the Evil Twin Speller Traps, Kill and Lila, Lancia, and Curse Eldland. This is a pretty interesting one, because I guess it stops Maximus, which is not too bad. But Colossus is going to be pitched to grab a copy of Mirror. And then Mirror going to be met by Lancia in response. So that's going to send away Shrit, or tribute it rather, for a copy of Trishula. And then Shrit gonna go for Unicorn. So this is gonna enable the Kaleidoscope. Alright, cool. So this hand definitely did accomplish more than what I thought it would, because again, I'm not familiar with this deck super heavily, but we're gonna see Kaleidoscope send a copy of the Herald of the Arclight, summoning out the Unicorn from hand, and then the Herald is gonna grab another copy of Trishula, and then gonna pass. So Unicorn, Trishula Protection, and Ghost Spell. Droplet is gonna be the top deck, and that is a pretty nasty one. Gonna start off by activating Curse Eldland. That's gonna pay 100 to grab a copy of Conquistador. And then going to Droplet, send away 2 to negate both of the monsters on board. And then elects not to use the Curse Eldland in Graveyard. Gonna go for an Normal Summon of Lila. That is going to grab Kill from deck. And then going to overlay for Sky Cavalry. Interesting. So opting to not go into the Link monsters and going for probably a Zeus play instead. Battle phase is going to attack over the Unicorn. And then main phase 2, we can make Downerd as well as Zeus if we play Downerd. Yeah, so gonna go for Downerd and then Zeus. And then gonna activate Secret Password. That's gonna grab Challenge. And then gonna set it. And then end phase, activate Conquistador for a copy of Scarlet. Tries to Ghost Spell that, but it banishes for cost. So yeah, gonna go and grab Scarlet. However, this can be used against the Scarlet. Gonna top deck Punishment for turn. So I'm curious as to see what the deck can accomplish from this position, because again, I am not entirely sure what the follow-ups look like. It looks like it's just gonna be a set Punishment pass. Gonna activate the Zeus in end phase. That's gonna send away the entire board, and then Scarlet going to set the Walkero from deck. And then gonna pass for turn, draws another Secret Password. Gonna activate it to grab a copy of Live Twin Home. That's the Rhoda for the monsters. And then gonna switch Zeus to attack position and then just attack for 3k. Gonna pass. For turn, the top deck is Colossus. So we do have a free field to use the spells from Graveyard, which is not bad. Gonna activate Colossus for a copy of Cycle. And then going to activate Cycle. That's gonna ban. Just kidding. Just kidding again. All right, so gonna activate Cycle and then summon out Colossus. I wonder what happened there. Maybe they thought that they were activating Mirror, because I think they tried to banish Shrit first, but it was Cycle, which doesn't banish. Yeah, so they have to go for Colossus here by sending away the Ghost Spell. And then on summon, going to activate the Zeus. Of course, don't want Colossus to activate. This could be in response to Colossus. We're not sure. Probably is. I mean, it is a quick effect. But, I mean, there's no reason to use it if your opponent isn't isn't activating it, right? So I would assume that's what happened. But Anphase is going to activate Walk Hero, and then going to set Scarlet, and then going to pass. This is just going to be game because activate Scarlet is already enough damage. Yeah, Scarlet, summon out Lord from deck, and then going to go to battle phase, and that is the end of the match. So Evil Twin Eldlich going to take the match 2-1 against Dogmatika Nekroz. A very interesting matchup. Definitely not a very common one, I would say, but pretty interesting. I think we got to see both decks showcase what they're capable of accomplishing, so that's pretty cool. But that's going to be it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like as well as any thoughts or feedback in the comments. Subscribe for more informative and competitive Yu-Gi-Oh content. If you want to, you can follow me on all social media platforms or support me with the links in the description below as usual. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next video. See you guys.